Half a century of space exploration has uncovered threats which even NASA's greatest minds struggle to comprehend.
There are some incredibly destructive forces in this universe. Catastrophic events are happening around the galaxy every day.
But incredibly, one of the most dangerous places for human spacecraft is right on Earth's doorstep.
This area has become known as the South Atlantic Anomaly, and it's a pretty big area. It's about the size of half of South America.
It's known to cause anomalies in spacecraft, in shuttles. In fact, it'll crash personal computers.
Clear, just coming up that telescope. Okay.
You don't conduct a spacewalk when you're passing over that South Atlantic Anomaly. You just don't do it.
You could call it the Bermuda Triangle of space.
One theory for the anomaly's weird effects is that they could be caused by space radiation.
In the 1950s, James Van Allen came up with what at the time was a crazy idea, that the Earth was actually surrounded by energetic radiation belts. He was right. And in fact, those belts were named after him.
The Earth's magnetic field keeps the powerful radiation of the Van Allen belts thousands of miles away from the planet's surface. But for some reason, there are dents in the force field which allow destructive energy to get dangerously close to the ground.
The Earth's magnetic field isn't symmetric, and because of that, there are places on the Earth's surface where the magnetic field is a little weaker. In those regions, the Van Allen belts come much closer to the Earth's surface.
In the region of space above the ocean 200 miles east of Brazil, the storm of charged particles becomes a very real threat.
Anything moving through that region of space is bombarded by high-energy particles, hitting at a rate of 6,000 particles per square inch per second. That's huge.
You don't really want to fly inside the radiation belts because you could suffer acute radiation damage, which can lead to death.
The potentially deadly effects of the South Atlantic Anomaly on orbiting NASA craft are well documented. But recently, a theory has emerged which suggests the reach of the anomaly's destructive power could be far greater than anyone had imagined.
Could an aircraft flying directly underneath the South Atlantic Anomaly have its vital instrumentation knocked out?
Radiation can damage critical aircraft computer systems. The problem with this theory is that even above the anomaly, the closest the radiation belts come to Earth is around 125 miles.
Airliners fly at around 38 to 40,000 feet. At that altitude, they are still very far away from the Van Allen radiation belt.
For the anomaly to have any effect on commercial aircraft, there would have to be something to bridge the distance up to space. One idea is vast streaks of mega lightning.
There's a possibility there could be some kind of cascading effect from the upper atmosphere that comes down and could possibly interact with electronics.
Meteorologist Justin Burke is investigating whether such a phenomenon could have played a part in the tragic loss of Air France Flight 447 in 2009.
I thought to myself, this area, this South Atlantic Anomaly, was pretty darn close to where the Air France flight pattern was.
Flight 447 leaves Rio de Janeiro at 10:29 p.m. local time on May 31st. Minutes before the plane disappears, it flies into a tropical storm above the Atlantic Ocean.
A spokesperson from Air France said that the flight was likely impacted by lightning. Since planes are designed to get hit by lightning, something else must have happened. Something special, something unique to cause the electrical system possibly to fail and the flight to fall out of the air.
Black box data recovered from the wreckage reveals that turbulence forced the pilots to climb up thousands of feet toward the dense field of radiation. If mega lightning channeled charged particles from the radiation belts into the plane's fuselage, it could have serious effects on instrumentation.
You have a tropical-based thunderstorm that itself is charged with a lot of electricity. Then you add in a South Atlantic anomaly that has been documented to have highly charged particles. It's possible that the two linked up with that one moment in time, that rarity of a connection that supercharged that storm to send higher voltage that just overloaded the circuits on the plane.
Burke's theory that Flight 447 was overwhelmed by strange atmospheric phenomena is supported by records of a conversation between the pilots.
1 hour and 51 minutes into the flight, the pilot and co-pilot can be heard on the black box discussing St. Elmo's fire, which is a static discharge that's crawling all over the plane.
The black box recordings stop at 2:14 a.m. An official investigation concludes that the crash is caused by a combination of pilot error and instrument failure. But for Burke, the influence of the South Atlantic anomaly on the disaster is impossible to ignore.
It seems to me it's a very plausible explanation for why this aircraft got taken out of the sky.
Still to come, could an unidentified vapor trail pose a deadly threat to the International Space Station?
An absolutely unexpected phenomenon.
Whatever it is, it's traveling at incredible speed.
An astronaut on board the International Space Station spots an eerie vapor trail emanating from Earth.
He notices out of the corner of his eye a flash of light.
An absolutely unexpected phenomenon.
Whatever it is, it's traveling at incredible speed.
As Mission Control struggles to identify the threat, witnesses on the ground report an explosion high in Earth's atmosphere.
On a space station, any significant impact would just be devastating.
October 10th, 2013. Astronaut Luca Parmitano uses a rare moment of downtime to photograph Earth's greatest light show.
An astronaut is sitting in the cupola, the viewport of the space station, getting ready to take pictures of the northern lights.
The ISS is traveling at about 17,500 miles per hour. It sees a sunset or a sunrise every 45 minutes. The views for the astronauts are stunning.
But Parmitano's sightseeing doesn't last long.